Hello, guys. I am Jester. That's my nickname anyway, and I am a centrist. So, what does being a centrist mean, you might ask? I am making this video to answer this question. If you believe in the political spectrum, you might think a centrist is at the center of it. However, I'm here to tell you that the political spectrum, as you know it, does not really exist. It is a facade. It is a big joke. If you belong to either political side, but you're not in the higher ups, you have been duped. I'm very sorry to say that. The world is full of hierarchies that complement each other. But let me back up a minute. Why exactly is the political spectrum wrong? Let us start with the basics. We are all equal. Okay, wait a minute. Who's we? Everyone. Every person on the planet is equal. Every human being that has ever existed, currently exists, and will ever exist in this universe and beyond is equal to every other one. I cannot stress this enough. Now, I might alienate some of you in saying that. You might think of me as a filthy liberal for saying that we're all equal, but this is what it is. How do I prove that? Well, to me, it's physics, really. What do I mean it's physics? It should be biology. It should be politics, right? Well, most sciences are based on physics, biology being one of them. I'm going to ignore politics for a second. So hear me out, if it's not too much to ask of you. Well, physics is the science of figuring out the universe and learning how it actually works. We do that by measuring things. Get your mind out of the gutter for a second and hear me out. We measure things and properties of things. One property of the whole universe is energy. What is energy, you say? Energy is pretty simple, right? It's the currency of physics. If I want to lift something heavy up from the ground, I have to give it energy from myself. I got that energy in the first place because I had a good lunch or a big nutritious breakfast. Energy flows from everything to anything else. It is never destroyed. It merely changes faces, so to speak. So what does energy have to do with everyone on Earth being equal? I mean, equality is something the French and the American revolutions invented, right? We're not really equal. We're all different. Well, I'm here to tell you that being different does not necessarily mean we are unequal in a broader sense. We may have social, financial, and political hierarchies in place, and sometimes for a really good reason. But the energy of the universe is conserved. If you spent money to learn math, for example, this is money not spent on something else. For example, buying a more luxurious house than you already have. For every advantage you gain, there's an equal and opposite disadvantage that is cast upon you somewhere else on your resume, on your life. Your life can never be complete, and you are not perfect. If you do follow through with your mathematics class and you become a math genius, for example, you still need other people to provide you with other self-essential goods and services. Say food, pharmaceuticals, clean water, refrigerators, appliances, or you can even need colleagues in your math-related job that you so so passionately worked to learn. These colleagues might be experts in some other science. Let's say, okay, nobody's saying they're perfect. It's just that because I know math, which is hard, I am a better person than some uneducated bully or something. And this too can be disproven, unfortunately. I'm not happy to say you're equal to a bully or a bad guy or even worse, a murderer, but you are. You just had better opportunities in life, better influences, better social structures that nurtured you and supported you. I don't think people are born evil. Who we call evil people were merely those given bad cards to play with in this poker game of life, so to speak. I'm sure that if I had not been brought up in a working class environment in a relatively safe country protected by NATO, I would have spent my childhood either starving or working 14 hours a day in a sweatshop. But it could all be better for me, right? So you have unfair advantages and unfair disadvantages in your specific circumstances. So if people tend to develop different pros and cons due to corresponding reinforcement, but stay of equal value all through their lives, why do we have hierarchies? Well, it's very simple, but I'm going to elaborate on it further in the next episode. However, I can answer it in one or two sentences. We need specialization in jobs. The more knowledgeable you are on something, the more you get rewarded for it, and the more you can help your corporation, your business. So I'm going to leave it at that, and we are going to elaborate on hierarchies in the second episode. Goodbye.